She was just there for the season.
It's my loving, my loving. And I know you're getting more.
Outside for that, man.
Dealing with him.
Krew Season Podcast. We're back again. This is episode 134.
134.
134. There you go. I think.
134.
OT is in the building.
I'm here.
Smooth is in the building.
What's cracking? How y'all doing, man? Y'all better go to this here God level in this shit. Goddamn.
God level.
I am D-Trill AC. This is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast, man. How you boys doing on this glorious afternoon?
I don't mean to cut you off, but people be saying, stop saying goddamn me. I ain't saying God. I'm saying got damn me. You gotta listen. I'm not saying God. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying got. G-O-T, not G-O-D, baby. Listen. God damn, boy.
Gotta listen, baby. You gotta trust that everything that I tell you to do was for the best of both of us, baby. Nah, man, y'all boys good though?
Yeah, everything Gucci,
Absolutely,
man.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say, how y'all been? Cause man, we getting a lot of love, man, on Instagram and all our platforms, TikToks and YouTube and all of that. How y'all boys handling this newfound fame?
It's cool, man. It's just it's weird to be recognized everywhere I go by at least one person and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Nobody running up on me with that distasteful face on them. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, so shit is cool. And then I also see the people that know who I am and shit. But you know, pride, just like me, you know, won't let you run up on me and shit. I understand. I'm there with it too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I see y'all, man. Yeah, and it's a big ups. Appreciate y'all. I see that look on your face.
Facts. Yeah, when I'm out, it's love. It's always love. I took a few pics. You know, and what I really appreciate in love is they always talk about how we've helped their relationships.
Right.
And how, like, stuff we just say is just real and it resonates, hits home. Sometimes it's a guy like, hey, man, my girl love y'all show, bro. She put me on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be speaking that real shit. Y'all done help me. Now I'm better for my woman. And I'll be like, damn, like, listening to it, like, you know, it's one thing to read the comments, but then when somebody tell you in person and they shake your hand, but it hit different. As far as the, like, IG and stuff, I be trying to disassociate myself a little bit because I be busy a lot. So apologize if I don't always get back to y'all messages between work, the chat, the guys, family chat, my brothers, my girl. Like, it'd be a lot of shit all day. So checking messages and reading and responding to, sometimes I might miss it. You know what I'm saying? I try to do something quick if I can, but don't charge it to me if I don't respond right away or something, man. So it's still love. Man. It's still love.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's dope, man. You know, again, it just speaks to the impact that we're making for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know, a bunch of just shock value or we disrespecting a lot of people and things of that nature. Like, we're really helping folks and, you know, helping them navigate things that, you know, people in their life is not, or that they're not able to get from them. They're able to get from us, and that's helping them navigate them. All right, that mean everything to me, man. That's what we in it for at the end of the day. But I do want to ask y'all, have y'all seen, you know, noticed some people kind of switch up a little bit? That maybe wasn't showing love before, but now it's like, you know, homie, bestie, big bro, energy, stuff like that.
I ain't gonna call them out.
Right, yeah. We ain't got to say no name. I just want to see, have y'all noticed.
I haven't paid attention, honestly.
Yeah. I told y'all, man, my eyes everywhere. I'm like the all-seeing eye. I see it all. I don't say too much or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I see the switching up, and it's cool. I understand that, hey, at first it was the unknown and who was these motherfuckers, and I understand all that, man. But we here now, and I still remember what you said.
Now I do have.
But we gonna push past it.
I do have some screenshots still, so don't get me wrong. So I don't know how they feel about it now, but I don't know. Just one day I just might just start posting shit.
Nah, man, you can't blast them no more.
Flashback, just throwback Thursday. I
Throwback Thursday for hate is crazy.
don't know. You know, one day I might be feeling a certain way. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a transition. I mean, I notice it. I don't hold it against y'all, gang. Like, I understand. You know, boys is moving in the right direction, and people want to be a part of the, you know, movement or whatever. I get it, but it is funny to see. And you know, we recently got a clip early in the week with Michael B. Jordan going through something similar. You know, he's been making his rounds. Creed 3 coming March 3rd. So he's been making his rounds, doing a bunch of interviews and stuff like that. And recently he was on the red carpet and got interviewed by somebody that he knew from back in the day. So we're going to play a little bit of this clip and then get y'all take on how this breakdown went.
He blasted on the carpet.
We're going to play the clip.
Very professionally.
We got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. How is the difference between you actually directing and working with the same people that you were directed with versus?
It was awesome. You know, it's a family vibe.
Yeah.
Last nine years of my life.
You don't go too far in it, but when she said, "Hey, what's up?" He was like, he say, "I remember we went back to school together." He say, "You say, yeah, I was the corny kid, right?"
The corny kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "No, I didn't say that."
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But I did. They had a little article attached to that too. She expounded upon that conversation, and she said that yes, the kids was calling them weird and corny and all that stuff. Maybe not weird, but that was calling them corny and stuff because at that time, like, from his perspective, he was serious about his craft. Right. So he was bringing his headshots to school, they said. And so they looking at him like, what you doing bringing headshots to school? Like, ain't nobody doing that. So he was laser focused early on, right, and they didn't see the vision. But hey, that's what happens a lot of times.
Nobody never see the vision, bro.
That's what happens a lot of times.
But when you get to that point, you know, you making some money, you the talk of the shit, you the head of this shit and all that, everything go through you type shit, bro. Everybody wanna act like they was just day one riders.
Oh, and because his name was Michael Jordan.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So he would get
like you out here backpedaling on some real shit. Like owned up to that shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't dog walked you out there because he could have.
He could have talked wild to him.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We talking Michael B. Jordan. He could have talked wild to her and walked off.
Look at you and look at me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have talked wild to her and left it like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And at the point he would have been right. Yeah, I was the corny kid, right? Nah. He could have just interrupted the whole conversation.
No. I was the corny kid, right?
Yeah, I was the corny kid, right? Nah, what's up? And then dipped on her. Then, you know what I'm saying? Now, she would have looked bad. She'd probably got fired from her job. All that type of shit.
I don't know if she got fired.
Yeah, boy. Oh, you didn't tell us you knew Michael B. Jordan like that. You know how it go. You know, because if her company would have knew that, she'd have never been in that position to interview him right there. Mm-hmm. Never.
Or maybe she thought she had a little leeway because she knew him. Mm. Oh, he forgot about that.
Yeah, he ain't forget.
How? That's why it's context in this game. That's why it ain't what you know. Mm-hmm. It's who you know and how you know them. Mm-hmm. And if they knew how she knew him in the context of it all, she'd have never been in that interview spot. Never. Because of what happened. Right. Luckily, he a cool brother. He just mentioned this slightly. Right. And kept the interview going.
Kept professional. But that's why you got to show up. You can't just shit on people when you up and when you got leverage. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, that's one thing that I value about us is how humble we are despite everything that's going on. We still stop up, chop it with you and show love. It ain't no Hollywood. It ain't no, I ain't speaking to that. Y'all beneath me type of situation. You know what I'm saying? But when you do that, you got to understand, man, the people you see going up gonna be the same people you see going down, bro. And a lot of times they gonna be in an elevator. They might have got to a spot in which you need them for a situation that you trying to get going, and you done shitted on them when they was young, and now now they looking at you like, what? Nah, I'm cool. So
the price of the brick has tripled.
Facts, like real rap. So you know what I'm saying. You got to be careful with how you treat people. Treat everybody solid, bro. That's why Big Meat said it best, man. Free my dog. He said, we treat the janitor, we treat the damn cleaning people the same way that we treat the top bosses in our crew. Everybody get extras. Everybody get love. Everybody get respect. And that's why we been able to build what we done built. You know what I'm saying? And that's a separate situation what they done built.
Right.
But the sentiment is still the same. When you building something, you treat everybody with respect, man, because people gonna remember that type of stuff. You know, I'll be watching interviews and stuff where, you know, like artists and stuff coming up, like they'll be, you know, the promoters will be letting them perform for free and showing them love and ain't really taxing or whatever, but then they get on and come back and they want, I'm 100,000. When this man put you on when you was unknown and he didn't have to do that. You see what I'm saying? But now you done burned that bridge. So yeah, man, relationships. That's what this thing is about in life, not just entertainment, but in life. So yeah, treat people with respect, bro. So yeah, I thought that was funny, man. I just had to bring that up on the pod. But also it was a study. Mm-hmm. Speaking of glowing up and lit and social media and things of that nature, it was a study that said, let me read it verbatim. New study reveals 60% of men under 30 years old are single due to social media. Young men are watching a lot of social media. They're watching a lot of porn, and I think they're getting a lot of their needs met without having to go out. Mm-hmm. Do you guys feel that is...
Watching a lot of porn is crazy.
Yeah, they saying... So do y'all feel like that is a detriment in terms of this nuclear family goal that we trying to hit going forward?
It is. It is, because there's no way you can progress off of that, especially if you're just staying at home, not doing nothing, not trying to get to know women, how to interact with women. But they're doing this because of how women are today, how demanding women are, how you can't, as a man, you really have to tiptoe for the most part. You can't offend a woman. If you say this the wrong way, she gonna, you know what I'm saying? It could, sexual allegations about you. It could be almost anything. And, right. And 9 times out of 10, before the end result has even come to, they'll automatically be on the woman's side.
Right.
Even if the man has a good resume. Now after that, the man has a stain on his resume forever. That's just the unfortunate truth that men have to deal with. So instead of me dealing with the women, instead of me trying to find a way to sleep with these women and things like that, I could just watch it at home, please myself, and I'm cool. Women doing the same thing.
True.
Women doing the exact same thing, having that wine and that rose. That's correct. I'm telling you, that's correct. By themselves with the dog, whatever.
Wow, got the dog watching?
They might.
Wine and a rose. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, bro. It's the same thing, but statistically, you know, it's still more of them are having kids than men are.
Right.
So I don't know. It's tough from both angles, but just speaking from a male's perspective, yeah, absolutely. Instead of me having to deal with trying to win a woman over, instead of trying to get to know her or possibly get with her and she take advantage of me. When we do get married, she cheats on me or leaves me, take half my stuff, whatever. It's so many, negative things, which I would definitely understand, but that still comes with having to get to know yourself and work on yourself. So until you do those things, absolutely, it's always going to be hard for you to get a woman. You have to get out there, put the work in some kind of way. Soak up some game, watch some videos, read some books, get out there and kind of learn on the fly sometimes. Like, you need all those experiences in order to know how to deal with women in general. And if you always in the house watching porn, beating off, yeah, you're not going to ever have experience.
Oh, Smooth, do you think that contributes to the struggle that men have with women? You got passport bro movements and things of that nature, men wanting to go overseas and, find the deal with women that is easier, to I guess, impress or whatever. Do you feel like that kind of isolation is contributing to their struggles with women? Or are women just that difficult? I
think it's just laziness on both sides. That's what I think. Everything at the tip of your fingertips, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? You want to see a woman you like. If you follow on any platform, you can see her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I remember we had to go outside to go see somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because them pictures on MySpace was blurry.
With a filter on it.
They were blurry. You know what I'm saying?
Low pixels.
We came up in the time where it was mandatory for you to go outside and see that, you know what I'm saying, she's breathing and how she's looking for the day clothes she got on, type of shit.
Right.
Shit, these days, all that shit is at your fingertips, bro. And shit, the women naked these days.
Freely and willingly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know women that just was back in the day in their bikinis all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures like that all day, every day, posting. They wasn't doing that. Mm-mm. So now you got all this at your fingertips, and you know the weirdos jacking off to them. You know what I'm saying? Damn, they phone must be sticky. That's
crazy. They phone must be sticky.
But they doing all that, bro. Yeah. And that be the weirdos with the good jobs and all this type of shit. They just don't know how to talk to women. So they make fantasy shit up in their head, watching pornos and shit. You know what I'm saying? And these days, what that is, OnlyFans is the porno spot. So they might get to see you naked and playing with yourself. It's like the nigga getting the front row seat to you.
I tell you what, the Explore page is the new porno spot.
Yeah.
OnlyFans is a step higher for sure, but the Explore page, you can go to the Explore page and they damn near got, it's soft porn on there now.
So you,
like literally.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is
everybody in a bikini. Everybody turned around.
Like acting out sexual acts, but not
all that.
Going forward with it, you know what I'm saying? Like imitating it and stuff like that. You literally you can go to the Explore page and wild out like that. That's crazy.
You on the Explore page getting off every morning.
For real. For real.
Every morning.
And if you smart, you ain't gotta pay for it.
Right.
You gotta pay for
The
it,
boys
dog.
wanna pay for the shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, yeah. So yeah, I understand the stats, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely pointing in a negative trend. We say it all the time, man, social skills is important for you to navigate life. There's a lot of dudes out here that's getting to the bag and stuff, but they are completely uncomfortable around women for this very reason. Because you don't have to go through the process of talking to her and socializing and getting to know her no more. It's literally, I can go to a page, scroll 100 pictures, 100, 200 pictures, and now I got an idea. A lot of times with what they be wearing, you feel like you done seen them naked already. So it's that, you know what I mean? So by the time you talk to her, like you even looking at her a bit weird because it's like,
you got clothes on?
right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I feel like I done seen you. I feel like I know you already. So that creates a like awkward energy. But yeah, it's tough. But I don't see it going backwards. I see it only getting worse, in my opinion. Because, you know, that like it's just making it so much easier to get access to things that shouldn't be so readily available. That's the downfall of social media, is that it takes away. You go to everybody, 10 people get on the elevator, 9 of them looking at their phones. It's not no more interaction no more. You go to a restaurant, I've seen 2 people on dates at a restaurant, both of them looking at their phones, type of shit. So like that's the environment that we in right now, and it's only getting worse. That's because everything is just right there at the tip of your fingers. You can access any information you want or close to, right there at the tip of your fingers. That is dangerous. It is. You know, it's convenient on one end, but it's dangerous on the social end. But
man, everything is just over sexualized today. Like everything. And I've been preaching this, but I don't think people really understand the effects that it has. Just listen at the music. You know what I'm saying? Like 90% of the artists that they're pushing, especially when it's women, thinking about the lyrics they're saying, thinking about how they're dressing. Gym culture. They fucking up the gym now.
Oh my God.
They fucking up the gym. Women are wearing next to nothing in the gym. Then y'all hoes get mad when niggas come look at y'all.
Watch the tone. Watch the tone.
Look at him.
Watch the tone.
Then you hoes don't know how to act.
Because this is shit you got to talk about. You got to call them out on it. You can't say you uncomfortable when you are making men uncomfortable in the gym. And so I'm looking at you. Well, it may not be me necessarily, but I know men in general, it's been me too, but that will look and be like, is she really doing that? Sometimes y'all thinking that niggas looking at y'all just look at y'all, but sometimes we looking like, why in the fuck you wearing this in the gym? Yeah. It's a gym. Niggas trying to go work out, get their lift on, get healthy, get out of there. But y'all want to you don't want to show your titties, have short ass shorts on in the gym, and then a lot of women will post TikToks about men being creeps. Yeah. You the creep. You learn it's like bringing alcohol to an AA class.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. Because you going into a male-dominated space, you know it's male-dominated.
Bro.
Half naked.
And
trying to show every print on your body.
Everything is sexualized, like on Twitter. Before, Twitter wasn't having porn all up and down the timeline. There was other spaces for that. The moment they shut that other, down? Tumblr down. Now the news and porn, all that came to Twitter. Yeah, it's women. Women are doing this shit. Yeah, men are consuming it, But women are the ones putting it out there.
Women the product, huh?
And niggas gonna buy. As long as you selling, he gonna buy. Like,
It is crazy.
So, but men do need to control themselves. Absolutely, men gotta be able to know how to control their urges and their hormones. Cause seeing naked women is very arousing. I get that. Mm-hmm. But y'all gotta just be able to control yourselves. Cause a lot of y'all men, dog, they milking y'all, and y'all wondering why y'all ain't got no money. That's cause you spending hundreds of dollars every month on porn and OnlyFans and all this shit. Calm that shit down, man.
Yeah, I mean, I know that got to be some of the most annoying shit in the world. You in there trying to work out. They got a whole tripod set up. They in there playing games on the machine, showing ass, showing prints, showing all type of stuff, just trying to get their little, fitness pages jumping and stuff like that. Man, and they're trying to get his set in. He got to wait on you while you trying to get the perfect pose and the perfect arch and the perfect.
Right.
Like, I can't imagine, because I don't really go to the gym like that no more, but I can't imagine being in there like that.
It's outrageous, dog. It's outrageous. They make everything like it went from, especially with me following gym content, like it went from, working out and all that stuff to women like doing sexual poses. Like, we get you want to work on your glutes and your legs and all that, but why you gotta be looking at the camera like
with the
all
seductive
slow and shit? Yeah, want to look all slow and then or put it right on their ass. Like it's one thing from showing it far. You want to. Cause again, being a trainer, like, yes, you want to look at all the angles, you want to make everything is right, and I get that, cool. But zooming in on the ass and stuff like that, bro.
Don't even show the legs,
bro.
It's the legs moving,
bro.
I can't see one leg.
It's insane.
I see
bro.
ass and print.
It's insane, bro. It's insane.
And
But
then they
somehow it's
call
our
you
fault.
weird for calling it out.
Yeah, man.
Why you paying attention to that? Damn, the camera.
That's the only
That's 90% of the frame. My nigga.
No, it's just,
What you gonna do?
I hate it, bro. I hate it. But men too. But hey, we got to be able to learn how to control ourselves too.
Fact.
Once y'all learn how to control yourselves with that, you'll see your money grow. Because that's half the battle right there.
Bro, that's fucking insane, bro. Like she in the
game,
gym
man.
with the shorts that like that's just right here with the yeast infection, shorts. That's what I like to call them, the yeast infection.
They be pulling them up so they can show the print.
Yeah, the yeast infection shorts.
Yeah,
they like paper thin.
Bro, think about
You know what I'm saying?
think about on Twitch. I don't know if y'all know about this, but even the Twitch guidelines, like the women are pushing the edge because at first they was having like no porn at all.
Right.
But women started doing bikinis in a hot tub. And if you do a bikini in a hot tub, you can, for the women, they can still sexualize themselves and get money off of that, but it's still not too sexual to where it could be banned on the content because they're in a hot tub.
Right.
So they would stream from a hot tub in a bikini. Come on, though.
They don't get creative, man. But it's because they know that the men gonna consume.
Yes.
So I mean, they gonna finesse the game.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, we
That's
feed
what
it.
I'm saying. We feeding into it.
Yeah.
We gotta
There's
we
more
gotta stop
weird
this
old
shit.
men out there
We put
than
money in their
solid
pocket.
brothers.
We gotta stop this.
So I don't think the game will ever stop. Regardless, it'll never stop because there's more weirdos than solid brothers.
And it's gonna get worse because of those stats that we just read.
Yep, and the more we go, it's the more lazy motherfuckers gonna get. Yeah, I can go out here and get some money, but me talking to a female, nah, I just be on my phone to jack off. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
That's the game we in. Well, look here, man. We done
That
spent a
boy
lot of
house a
time.
walking seed bank.
Look, man, we done spent a lot of time.
Don't turn that black light on.
Hey, it's gonna get disrespectful. They
Stains
turn
on
the
the
black
wall
light.
and everything.
Meet him at the door. Hey fam, I ain't coming in. You right here.
Straight up, man. But yeah, we just spent a lot of time commenting on the opposite sex, and some people will watch this and say, whether we feel the audacity enough to critique women in there trying to go get their workouts, to critique the opposite sex as if you know their mindset, right? So it was a clip that hit our timeline in which they was having a similar discussion.
Okay.
And this lady gave an answer that was so profound that she kind of stunned the room. I'm going to play this clip, get y'all take on how this convo went.
What makes you qualified to have a discussion, to be a voice where men are talking about, it's called Man Enough. Mm-hmm. What makes you qualified to be a part of that conversation and have a voice?
The same thing that makes you the most qualified to have a conversation about whiteness. That you as a
That's a
black
damn
man
good answer.
understand whiteness far more than I understand it or Justin can understand it.
What a great answer.
And it's not to say that it's your labor or your
No,
work,
no,
but
but I
you
hear you.
actually can teach us way more about it because you have had to deal with it every single minute. When you're the oppressed group, you know everything about the oppressor. You know things that they don't even know about themselves.
So your thoughts on that, man? Because you are the oppressed, then that gives you qualification. Because we see it all the time in these spaces. Like, how can y'all speak on women? Y'all ain't women. How can y'all speak on men? Y'all ain't men. But we the ones dealing with the opposite sex. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what stunned the room. She was talking to a black guy, and she presented the scenario. It's the same way that you feel obligated to speak on white folks because you've been oppressed by them. So I mean, do y'all agree with what she said? Or
Yeah, she was totally right. Totally right.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, she was right. And that was a hell of an answer.
That's what I said when I heard it. I said, ooh.
I agree.
That was a hell of an answer.
And that's why when we say, like, when women get mad and they'll talk about the stuff about why you know about the female, because we deal with y'all.
Right.
We deal with y'all. We have to see it. We have women that we're dating or married to, whatever. We see how they are. Like, that's how we can share the information. A lot of us have had nothing but women around us.
Right.
So, yes, from my experience, I can share this information. I can share you the traits, the characteristics, the attitude, everything. Because that's what's been around me and I see. And I can also tell you my perspective, you know. But just like you can share from your side, how a lot of men are. Because I can't say, you know, certain types of men because I've never been that type of man, nor do I have the type of man around me. Right. However, you've come across X amount of men that did you wrong, talk bad about you, hit you across the head, you know, all that stuff. So I get it. Yeah, she was 1,000% correct.
Yeah, I think, you know, the fastest way for us to further the conversation is just to be open-minded and hear the other side. But a lot of times we speak from our perspective, and our perspective is gold, and nobody else understands. That's just what it is, and we cut it off right there. But I think if both people was open-minded like that and was able to have those conversations, then we would progress. Because, I mean, it's hard to see flaws in yourself. You only see, like, what's happening to me. You don't necessarily see the effect that you having on other people. You see what I'm saying? It's just like you having a rough day at work or something, and then you come home and you think you just chilling. You just distancing yourself. You just watching a little TV, just trying to unwind or whatever. But you don't realize the energy that you brought into that house. Now your wife is walking on eggshells. Your kids walking on eggshells because they can sense something is wrong with you. You can't sense that. Like you think you're doing a good job of hiding in the back of your head. But the energy that you giving off, they know the full context of it because they feeling it. They having to try to navigate around it. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Light. That's what you just explained is light. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You may be a belligerent person.
Right.
And don't even know it. You may take your anger out on your kids or on your spouse and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not seeing you. You get what I'm saying? Like you feel yourself feeling a different way, but actually feeling it like from another person, like you don't see yourself.
Yeah. There is implicit bias there. It's just like, you know, for instance, voices. Like I hate the way my voice sounds, right? But I'm biased in that aspect. A lot of people love the way my voice sounds. So, and I'd be like, I don't hear that. What y'all hear. You see what I'm saying? Because it's hard to look at yourself from a completely objective place. You know what I'm saying? Because you are you. It's implicit bias there. So that's what she's speaking to.
What
and a
you
lot of
like
people
about
say
your
that.
voice? You don't mind me, yeah.
I don't know. It sounds kind of like stuffy. Nah, not necessarily.
She said I sound like a little boy. Just say that. I sound like a little boy.
You not deep enough.
It ain't strong.
I sound like a little boy. They take that nigga birth certificate. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a little nasally. I feel like, you know, it's a little muffled. I mumble. I feel like when I talk, you know what I'm saying? So it's just little things like that that I just noticed.
I get mine,
you know,
mine like that too a little bit.
Yeah, but people love it. I love the way his voice sounds. It's so soothing. I'm like, what are y'all listening to? I don't get it. But yeah, I mean, I say all that to say, man, we gotta open up the lines of communication and have those conversations and not take things so personal, bro. And that's what be happening when somebody try to critique you. You don't know my story. You don't know what I've been through. How the hell you gonna critique what I'm doing? Instead of just listening, but like, damn, maybe I do that. Maybe let me take a step back and analyze this shit. Damn, you might be right. Let me go work on that. But you know, people are so defensive because it's my truth. And it's the truth according to most people, when in reality it's just the truth. But, again, it's hard to see it from, when you got implicit bias. So that's what she was speaking to. Dope conversation. We'll keep this thing going. Speaking of, a bit of racism, Deion Sanders himself
What happened?
was having a conversation in which he was speaking about his recruiting style. Play this clip, man. Get y'all take on what bro had to say. So that clip hit the timeline. He caught a lot of backlash for that.
Who was he in front of?
He was on, what's this platform? It's called Black Millionaires. I guess it's like a news kind of platform or whatever. And he was just
I
speaking
remember
on his,
seeing it, and they was on him for that.
Yeah, they was on his ass. They said, oh, that's racist, that's this, that's that. Even though he never mentioned skin color at all. He mentioned
He did.
upbringing.
He
He
did.
said, for my quarterbacks, I want them to come from a good home. I want them to have a 3.5 GPA. I want them to be one of the smartest people in the room, because at that position, you got to analyze so much stuff. But he's basically saying, D lineman, I need you coming from struggle.
I need you hungry.
I need you because I need a dog.
He ain't lying.
And he right.
That's what a lot of
Everything
coaches
he
look
said
for.
was the 100% truth that every college look for.
That's a fact. On defense, I need dogs.
In order for you to be not like quarterback, and you don't come from a two-parent household, your grades wasn't there, you have to be special.
Right.
Period. It ain't no I'm good or I'm great. You gotta be special for a big school to recruit you.
It's deeper than
You know what I'm saying?
It's deeper than just a field.
Yeah, it's deeper than that.
It's deeper
and
than
people don't understand that, bro. It's deeper than that. And when you go pro or something, like, even with the college shit, when you start doing that shit, especially with this money involved now, it's deeper than the game, baby. It's deeper than them lines. You know what I'm saying? Boxing, it's deeper than that ring, baby. Because if I win in here, I get more money. I can demand more money. My contracts will be a little bit better. But if I lose in here, oh God, I might be starving. You know what I'm saying? With racing, if I'm the top 3 guys, I can demand that big ass money. If I'm under that, then yeah, I'm racing for free, in a sense. So it's a different perspective away from the game, bro, that people don't understand, bro. They just look at it, oh, he's a good kid. Oh, shit, he's a 5-star kid. He need to go anywhere. It don't work like that, bro. You can be a 5-star and be a dummy. You're useless at the next level. You're useless. Yeah, you dominate the kids around you now, but when you go to that big level, everybody 5 stars. Everybody you playing is 5 stars. And you dumb? Oh, no, I can't have it. You missing blocks, got my quarterback hurt. He was supposed to be a first-round draft pick. Fucking around with you.
Nah, he in the XFL.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to
You know what I'm
salvage
saying?
your career.
Fucking around with you. I went around, I fucked around and got fired.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
But that right there is real. I think most of the outrage come from people who just don't understand the game.
Man, look.
Like when you understand the game and you understand what each position requires, like quarterback is the most important position on the field. You got to know everybody's job on the field. That's offense, that's defense,
Literally.
and coaching.
Literally.
You got to be able to read schemes. You got to be able to read all that. D-line, I'm getting to the quarterback.
Period.
Is it I'm getting to the quarterback or I'm dropping into the flats? It's one of those two things. But it's not a situation where, okay, I got to know what the receiver is doing. I got to know what you don't. Beat your man, get to the quarterback. So in that type of position, I need dogs. I need ruthlessness. I don't need somebody in there that's friendly, nice guy, don't really want to get into too much confrontation. I need a dog, somebody that's ruthless. And that's what he's speaking to. But if you don't know the game, you just hearing, oh, well, he's saying that only quarterbacks are smart and only this, da-da-da-da. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that your upbringing factors into your attitude, factors into your demeanor. And in your demeanor at quarterback, it's cool if he's a nice guy, patting people on the ass, this, that, and the third, as long as he out there slinging that rock and he know what he's doing. But at D-lineman, I've never met a successful D-lineman. I've never seen a successful D-lineman that was just considered all the man. Hey, that guy, that's a good guy. He's nice all the time. He's shaking hands. He's helping people up. I've never seen that. Every one of them, Lawrence Taylor, Warren Sapp, Reggie White, DeMarcus, dogs, ruthless on the field. Now, off the field, different conversation.
Different
right? They might be
conversation.
nice, shake your hand, this and that and third. But in between them lines, ruthlessness.
I got people to feed.
Especially like, now I think if he were to elaborate a little bit more, maybe he wouldn't have had as much backlash.
Yeah.
Because like, for example, a tackle or a guard. Like they need to be smart too.
Right.
Yeah, that's why he said.
That's what he said.
He said that.
He said
his
O-line need to be smart like the quarterback.
So
and they need to come from a 2-parent household because they got to understand teamwork.
Right.
The moment he said it, I understood what he was trying to say. Teamwork.
I missed the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
part.
You get what I'm saying? Because now you know how to work together and you understand you're not bigger than the other side.
And they got to understand schemes too.
Correct.
And all that.
Now linebacker. What about Mike? Mike need to be
He
smart.
didn't speak on that.
He got to be. I mean, he
got to
definitely
be
does
like
have
a
to be
quarterback.
smart.
Mike,
he gotta be
Mike
like
linebacker got to
quarterback.
be smart, but
he called plays.
He got to be mean too at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's that's a couple of those things. He just he had really two positions, but I think if people understood the entirety of the game and what goes into it, like it ain't a bunch of just a dumb jocks out there. That's not how it is.
Smartest people on the field.
You got to be
It's gonna
smart.
be your middle linebacker and your quarterback.
And
You
your
got to
left tackle.
study.
And your left tackle.
Like you
Right.
You got smart motherfuckers out there.
Your super dogs gonna be both your D
DT, one
linemen.
technique,
You know what I'm saying?
DN. Yep.
It's gonna be that. Now the other ones that you in this game, your cornerbacks and safeties need to be special. You know what I'm saying? If you want it to where I'm only rushing full and I ain't got to worry about the back end, I can run man on both sides. They need to be special.
They got to be arrogant.
You know what I'm saying?
Because your job
Exactly.
is to win your matchup. That's it. That's
You know
all.
what I'm saying?
Same
I need
with
a
receivers.
motherfucker that how was he as a kid when he was competing against other people playing the game? Was he breaking the TV? Because that's the kid I need. I need a kid that don't want to lose, can't lose, and want to throw hands if I do lose.
Straight up. I'm gonna
That's
get a dub
what you
sometime.
need. You know what I'm saying?
Get some
That's
dub.
what you need at cornerback. Same thing with the wide receiver. You need the same thing at wide receiver.
Or
You know
you
what
will
I'm
not
saying?
be successful.
You will not be successful.
Simple as that.
No matter what physical gifts you got. If that mindset and that ego ain't there at that position, you won't be successful, baby. And you're going to doubt yourself, which going to make you drop passes, which going to make me pull your ass out the game and take the scholarship for me.
Right.
So, man, people petty, man.
Shout out to my old coach, Coach Stump, man, Craig Stump. My nigga said his first day there when he introduced himself to everybody, he said, this pencil right here, I'm going to toss on the ground. He's like, now you got two types of people. He said, one person, he said, you'll half-ass go pick the pencil up. He said, I don't want to coach that person. He said, person I'll coach who will run 100 yards the other way, but he ran full speed because I could teach effort. I mean, he said, I can't teach effort. I could correct you on what I said to do, but effort, I can't teach that.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll pick that person over a half-ass person all day.
And typically where that type of effort comes from is the broken home that Deion was talking about.
Yep.
Because it's like, I got to make it. I'm the only one in my family that got a chance to save us. I got to make
This
it.
is my only way out.
That's real.
There is no other option.
Straight up.
And so what he's saying is 1,000% fact. It's a mindset that people don't understand, but I feel it though. But that could be anybody.
Yeah.
He didn't say no race.
He didn't say
behind
no
it.
race. He didn't say no race at all.
That could be anybody, literally. So
Yep.
I say, but people be hearing what they want to hear. They boys keep trying to take Deion out the game, man. Y'all not gonna break my dog, man. And we ain't letting it happen. We riding with
Yeah, I'm
it
saying,
Deion all
me.
day long, man. Go see you, Boulders.
but I do
I need some merch.
I do slightly get just from this that like what 80% of NFL is African American, something like that.
Something like that.
So from that aspect, I do get what he's saying. It is a little slightly, but he didn't put nothing
specify.
behind it though. So
That's what that is. All right, man. Black men not getting the respect, man.
We never do, but what's up? What's
up?
Clearly,
What we got?
Deion ain't getting the respect he deserves, but that brings us to our next discussion. The reason black women don't respect black men. I'm going to play this clip, man, and see if y'all agree with the take or not.
You really want to talk about it?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, y'all are healing from pain or trauma that a black man is induced, whether that be a romantic partner or your dad's. That's one.
Okay.
Because of that, the way that you speak to, of, and about black men is either somewhere in the basement or it's non-existent, or pales in comparison when you're speaking about either gay black men or the LGBTQ plus community. Now, black men have been saying for some time, in other ways, hey, you guys are forgetting about us, or we can't do it without you, or you're hiding us, or you're shelving us, and we're only here to act as a support system for y'all. It started when y'all was cutting us out of those Instagram pictures. Y'all was only showing our watch or our wrists. I'm serious. Y'all was only showing the check, the provider, and the nigga that was getting up, going to work, busting his ass. Y'all was hiding him.
Preach.
Know who y'all wasn't hiding? Y'all gay best friend.
Preach.
For the last 5, 6, 7, or 8 years, it's almost like you can't even get ahead as a woman in entertainment if you don't
Preach, brother.
highlight the gay best friend.
Okay.
So
now-
the same things that we're saying about Hollywood, like it pains me when I always hear my sisters argue for the men that want to wear dresses, but never argue for the like us.
My man talk, brother Joe.
And that exists. And then my thing is, I could hear you if you was f***ing a black man. Because then you kind of understand a little bit, or you going home to kick it with one, or even with your views, you have other views to bounce that off of.
We could have related.
But it's never that black man in sight when y'all get to talking that
Talk.
and I can tell when I'm listening to y'all.
Man, broke it
I
down.
just heard that shit the other day, boy. I was like, that boy was pardoned.
Shout out to Joe. So your thoughts on that, man? Is that the reasoning in terms of like the black men do not get the respect that we deserve from black women?
Is what the reason?
Basically that. Like they've been kind of programmed to view us in a, I guess, tier that's below or that's beneath. And they've been, again, just like the whole black fathers thing. Like if you just look at black men and watch the news and see what they say about us raising our kids, you would think all of us deadbeats. None of us in our kids' lives. And then you do the due diligence and digging, and we the most active fathers in existence. So I think it's, a lot of that's being fed to them from a media perspective, and they using their individual situation from a man that they should have never been dating in the first place and painting us all with a broad brush. So that's what he's saying. And then on top of that, they're encouraged to uplift the gay black man, which knocks us down even further on the peg scale. So, it's a situation where, black men are just looked at away. And then he went on to say, and even more crazy is most of the women doing the critiquing, not even dating black men.
That is a fact.
So, that was what he's saying. It's like, I can understand it if you married to one or you've been married to one, whatever the case may be, and then you're speaking on the ills that happened to you. But a lot of y'all speaking on trauma with black men that y'all have never even been through.
Yep.
Except for that one time when you was young and dumb, like I said, with a black man that you should have never been with in the first place. But then painted with a broad brush as if, hey, that's just a universal black man. No black men take care of their kids. All black men out here just smashing hoes and cheating. None of them really care about family, things like that. All of them want to be flashy. They want to be this. They want to be that.
Hey.
Just paint us all with a broad brush.
Alignment, man. They trying to do what they got to do to get that money. The powers that be, we all can see is an agenda to push this LGBTQ shit.
And them. And uplift them.
Yes.
And uplift the women, the black women in our culture.
Y'all listen. Please listen. Don't take this no kind of way. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Smooth, but I really want y'all to listen to this conversation for real, for real.
Nah, that's just the truth, though. So with that being the case, that leaves black men hanging in the balance because they know most other black powerful men not helping no black man that he don't know offhand that he can benefit from. That's just how it works. But that same black man will help a woman if she pretty. He don't know her from a can of paint. He don't know that she done scammed 2 other cats, or you know what I'm saying. Like her business not really all the way together. You get what I'm saying? But you will help her because she's a woman,
right?
You get what I'm saying? It's a bunch of. It's fucked up to say shit like this, but it's a bunch of handicaps for women that benefits y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then. When a lot of women get in those positions, they'll look down on black men that's beneath them. Not understanding if you was a black man, you would have never got them looks. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? It's man, you can look around any city. It's plenty of black brothers that been putting that work in for years, and they just ain't had the opportunity just wasn't there for them to make the shit explode and expand or do some real shit that affects some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Or more importantly, not to even cut you off.
Nah, you good.
that's not the man that they give attention to. These same women complain about black men. They praise their daddy. Oh yeah, my daddy was, he was working this, that, and the third. He always did for me. Praise their brother. Praise their cousin. And then y'all go out in the world and date a motherfucker that's complete opposite of them. And then again, paint us with the broad brush. Those men that's out here moving and shaking, and it's a lot of them. Kevin Samuels love throwing this stat around. 52% of black men are single and unmarried with no kids, which means there are a lot of options. But they're getting overlooked because they don't match that street edge that you're looking for. They don't match that swagger messing with a lot of hoes that you're looking for. So we're going to look past him and go to the dude that we know in our head is toxic. And then when it goes left, we're going to blame all black men for what this man that you should have never been dating in the first place, this man who's the complete opposite of the men that you praise, your daddy, your uncle, your cousin, your grandpa, all these people that y'all like referencing. Why aren't you dating men like that? Simple and plain. This shit is not rocket science, but they make it seem that way. But now, because you chose wrong, and you know you chose wrong, and now you got a couple kids from this man, and he ain't taking care of his kids, and he don't want to be involved with you, or you with him, and he cheating on you, and he doing this, that, and the third. All black men do this now because of a decision you made.
That's because it was boring. Having a stability is boring. I'm gonna just keep that a bean. Having stability in your partner is boring, bro. It's routine every day. You know what's going down. You know what I'm saying? All this type of shit. That is boring. When you got somebody that's edgy, you don't know where it's going. It can be boring one day, then y'all up the next, or y'all rocky the next and all that. And women, younger women, let me say it like that. Younger women, let me not even say younger women. Women that hasn't matured in a way, they switched up the men that they like. Because you can be 30, 40, 50 and still like the same man as if you was in your 20s.
Most do.
You get what I'm saying?
Most
you
do.
never graduate to slow your life down to understand what's my non-negotiables, what's this here, like I'm dating for intentions, like I want this, I want that. Like most of them never get there until they all the way washed out the game, kids and all this type of shit, they 40 plus and all that, and now it's hard for you to slow your life down right then and there. You know what I'm saying? And now it's a hard game and you complaining and all this type of shit here, and your kids is seeing all this up out of you. So, bro, it's a wicked game, bro.
And on top of it, at that point, it's a settling thing now. Yeah. Right? Because you'd have been trying to hit that lottery all your life. To find this street dude who's a neuroscientist, but he's, gentle with the women and emotionally intelligent, but, he may shoot a couple niggas, or he might have sold a little bit of drugs. He might got a felony on his record, but he's reformed. He's turned into this man that you need him to be. So many women out there trying to hit that lottery, and you're wasting time, and you're wasting energy, kids, and all type of situations that you done accumulated with this man, knowing in your head that he's not there. He's not who you need him to be. But you're staying there, praying that he will one day turn into this person. And then it gets to a point to where you just get smacked in the face with the reality that it's not happening. And it typically takes something drastic for that to happen. Now, you out in the market with baggage, with emotional trauma, trying to find a good man or settling for a good man. That's what this shit boils down to. So, at the end of the day, it has to be some accountability taken on that regard. If we talking about solid dudes, look at our circle, bro. I can name 5 to 6 dudes right off the top of my head who is stand-up guys. They going to work, they taking care of their business, they taking care of their girl, they taking care of their kids. Those type of men are not that hard to find. But a lot of those men don't have edge about them. They ain't never been in the streets. They ain't never been around it. They don't know how to talk that talk and different things like that. So you're going to have to sacrifice something, or you can continue to play the lottery.
And what's crazy is these same women, like, they want that type of guy, but you don't want to live in the hood. You don't want to live no one next to it.
Right.
Because you got kids, and you want your kids to grow up in prosperity. Why don't you go get a man that's heading there anyway? That's where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? It's rare you're going to get somebody that's hood-minded, that changed their mind, changed their whole direction, went against everything their family ever told them, and go be successful, stay away from the hood. Bro, those type of men are rare. And then on top of that type of man usually is out the game early. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't find that man initially in a sense in your early prime years, you need to be switching your game up early.
You know what the wild part about that is? When we was having that conversation last night, and I was telling them women, because we had a woman call in and she was talking about similar situation. Hey, I come from the hood, but I left. You know what I'm saying? I elevated, went to college, and made good money. And I told her, I said, Because she say, she still like a dude to have a little bit of edge, this and the third, but she been, attracting the wrong type of guys. She attracting the thugs and, those type of guys who don't have it together. But I told her.
10 years older than her.
And 10 years older. So I told her, I said, think about how much of an exception that you were to beat those odds. Like, you had to cut family off. You had to cut friends off who was trying to pull you into that negative direction. You literally had to go outside of that bubble to go be who you are. But you think it's going to be easy to go back in that bubble and find a man who did the same thing? You're the exception. So you just expect it to be easy to go back to the hood and find somebody who's on the same page as you, because that's what you're comfortable with.
You know what I'm saying?
You playing a losing game. So, that's just that. But I just hate that all black men are being, painted with that broad brush. No, it's the type of men that you're choosing. That's what it is. And once you get outside that bubble and break that circle and try something different for once, you might fuck around and be happy. You might stumble into some happiness with a guy that you never thought, like, damn, I didn't ever thought this motherfucker be like this. But this is dope. Like he
go
values me.
Everything that you ever liked in a man, you like, look, I want this in a man. I want this. I want this.
It still got to come within, though. It's within. And
Of
that's
course.
what women got to get over. That's the issue. Like the woman from the last part. She was used to dating X type of man, ran across a great man who did everything for her. But what did she say? I can run over him.
Right.
I can. When he was a gentleman, he was paying bills. He was doing everything he was supposed to do correctly. But she wanted, you know what I'm saying, the opposite.
And fumble the bag.
That happens far too often.
And then later in life, be mad that she fumbled the bag. Or she tried to go back and be mad he don't want her.
And that right there is my only issue, right? Like when you go to roller coaster and theme parks and stuff like that, they make you sign a waiver. You know why they do that? It's because you enter into that at your own risk, which means that after you sign that waiver, and maybe something may go wrong, but you sign the waiver for that. You got to accept what comes with that. You can't go up there and something happen and then you complain, oh, this is crazy, I can't believe this. You signed the waiver. That's what you signed up for, and it's similar to these women. I wouldn't care. If that's your type and you ain't complaining or whatever, but you struggling, but you handling it, salute to you. I wish you the best. But what I don't like is you going into that knowing that the man is toxic, knowing that the man comes from an environment that doesn't breed great dads, that doesn't breed great husbands, and you trying to turn him into that, and he's failing to get there. Now you're complaining, saying, "Oh, it ain't no good man. It ain't this. It ain't that." You knew the odds of what you signed up for. Take it to the chin or change your surroundings. It's as simple as that. Anything else is delusion and it's an excuse, and it's disingenuous to paint all black men like that, because all black men are not like that.
And just because he didn't have a rough upbringing, don't mean that he can't protect you.
Right.
Plain and simple. And there's many ways that you can protect your woman, especially if men going to the gun range, stuff like that. I mean, in Texas, like, that's common. So there's many ways that man can protect you without being from the streets. And like I said before the pod, I just want to make this very clear too. Most straight black men have nothing against gay black men. For some reason, the media got y'all thinking that we hate gay guys. No, never. We just want to keep it respectful. And when I say respectful, I just mean don't cross boundaries. That's it. You do you. I'm proud of you. You are. Because a lot of times, them niggas be funny as hell. They cool to be around, like cool people. The whole community. But for some reason, they just make it seem like straight black men just hate no. They paint
women, we
hate everybody.
We hate everybody.
And that's not the case at all. Black men, and then it's black men can't do this. Black men can't smoke hookah. Black men can't wear this. Black men can't. It'd be like all these rules for us, but the moment a man opens his mouth and says something, the moment a straight black man says something, everything comes down.
Yeah.
Like, our hands are tied behind our back. So we just want some type of understanding. Like, look how the media is pushing us. Look how our own women are pushing us. You know what I'm saying? I think it's fucked up. And, we trying to speak out. We trying to say some things, but we just want y'all to listen and understand. That's it at the end of the day.
Wrapped up nicely, man. On that point, we're going to get into quick hits. All right, man, let's tap into a little celebrity drama. Oh, Lord. Recently, T.I. came out.
Oh,
Smooth. T.I. came out and, said some things. Like, just to give a little context, a while ago, T.I. got arrested. Right now, he has a record, being a multiple-time felon, this, that, and third. But a while back, he got arrested for having a bunch of guns in his house. They raided his crib. They found a bunch of Army guns and silencers and, extended clips and things of that nature, right? Now, this is a Fed case. Typically, in a case like that, people getting 30, 20 for the type of weaponry that he had in there. Now this comes on the heels of he was doing a performance in like Cincinnati, Ohio. They ended up getting into it with somebody in the club. And when they was leaving the spot, the guys in the club followed them, shot up the truck they was in, killed his cousin. So this comes on the heels of that. They was gunning for T.I. They missed him. They killed his cousin. So he had paranoia and all of that. So he wanted to load up on weaponry. Say my mom living with me, my wife living with me, her mom living with me, different things like that. So he just wanted to be safe. But long story long, it was a snitch that set him up, informed the feds that he was buying all these guns and he had all these guns. He raided his crib. He got arrested. So everybody thought, hey man, it's over. He gone. Just because they had the guns on the news. Right, and there was a lot of them. It was like 15 or something, if I remember right. But he wasn't gone. He did, I think, a couple years or a year and came home. And everybody was like, well, how the hell did he get out like that? He painted it as, okay, hey, man, I made a deal with the government. They said that if I was to do these stop the violence campaigns for the kids and things of that nature, then they would take that time off my sentence and blah, blah, blah. People were saying, he was a little skeptical, but it wasn't no paperwork of him out there snitching or telling on nobody.
Okay.
Right? So this little rumor about T.I. has been going on for a long time. Some people call him a snitch. Some people saying, hey, it ain't no paperwork. You can't say that. Blah, 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 blah. So recently T.I. did a podcast. And for some reason, they brought that case up. Now, mind, it's like a decade plus old. And he went on to insinuate, he said, hey, I told on my cousin that got killed. In terms of how the guns got to me or whatever the case may be, he put it on his cousin who got killed in that Cincinnati beef or whatever.
He said his cousin came to him in a dream.
In a dream. And said, put it on me, man. Why go do 30? I'm already gone. Just put it on me. That's what he said, right? So
came out of his mouth.
Came out of his mouth. So people, again, that street dudes, what you sign up for. If you get caught, there is no cooperation with police authority, right? So you got people calling him a snitch, and this and the third. T.I. recently responded to those accusations. I'm going to play the clip, get y'all take on it. Or at least I think that's the clip he don't respond. Let me see. Oh, no, never mind.
People be like, I like your shirts, man.
Oh, my bad. Wrong clip. But wrong clip. But basically, he came out and was like, he say, man, if I'm a snitch, show me somebody that's in jail because of me.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that dynamic going on. And if y'all familiar with culture in general, this is similar to another case. Stunner, Baby, from Cash Money. He had a brother called, named Gangsta. And he's a street legend. Bunch of murders, bunch of this, bunch of that. He went to jail, did like 20, but got out because he snitched on a couple of his homies that he was running with, but they was dead already. And Stunner cut him off completely. They don't talk, they don't speak, they don't do nothing. He lost all respect for him. Oh, he a rat, he telling, he this, he that. So T.I. basically admitted to doing the same thing. So, T.I. and Boosie was cool. And, they supposed to be doing a joint album together. But, Boosie had some thoughts in terms of, once this information became public record. So we're going to play it, get y'all take on it. All right, what you sent me, yo?
That's the T.I. response to Boosie.
All right, we're going to play T.I. response to Boosie, man. And then we're going to comment on the situation.
But it came from a conversation that my partner and I were having. And that conversation was, hey, bro, if me and you catch a case together and I die before you, it's mine.
Right.
It's mine. He's like, nah, I can't do that. Yes, you can. It's mine. Why can't you?
Right.
I don't understand it.
Damn man can't go to jail.
I just don't understand it.
Right.
You understand? I mean, and he said, nah, I can't do it. You know what I mean? He said, man, I can't really say nothing about anybody who do, but I can't do it. So off of that conversation, I created a set of circumstances You know what I mean? Right. And I thought that the embellishment was clear when I said I talked to my cousin and he told me.
They didn't get the satire in the conversation. They didn't get the change of inflection of voice. They didn't get the fact that you was basically being sarcastic.
Humor, sarcasm,
satire might be too much of a shit for him. Let's call it sarcasm.
Yeah,
he was fucking around.
He got another one too where he brought his paperwork. He was doing a comedy show, and he brought his paperwork and was calling Boosie out, basically.
Okay, let's hear it.
To show me, I got some paperwork to show them. And when y'all leave about that motherfucker, please let a motherfucker know that the paperwork was present. And if they wasn't here, they shouldn't be saying a motherfucking thing about the claim. You hear me? I've been waiting on one special invited guest to show up, and he ain't showed up yet. But it was somebody who had something to say about me and had to question my, disposition to some of my cases. But he ain't here to see my paperwork. And I just don't like for a nigga to goddamn get fly, then get shot. You hear me? My nigga, I'm right here in the center. You hear me? So come on, if you got something to say about me.
You say get shot.
Think it is when it ain't. Ain't but one way to clear it up, nigga. Pull on up. Let me show you what you're looking for. I want to see who want to see it. You hear me? And if it ain't, and then after you see what you need to see, it's on you now. To go straighten that shit up. Cause nigga, you done got too far in the jump. You done got too much dip on your chip.
You done got too far in your jump.
All right, man. We done heard. What's y'all thoughts on it, man?
You know, it's crazy. I remember he did a interview talking about that situation, like the gun situation and shit. The informant dude was actually his head of security or something, the dude that go get the guns.
Alpha Mega.
You know what I'm saying? Now, he say, like, with all the guns that he got up until the point he was busted, they was all new. All new guns, all new everything, coming out the box, all that type of shit. He never questioned his head of security. He give him money. He say only 3 people had access to what the guns was. You had to do the fingerprint. Himself, the head of security, and somebody else. So this particular day, he had a show. You know what I'm saying? He say, this one I found out that the dude was a, you know what I'm saying, informant. You know what I'm saying? He say he had a show or whatever. He was doing something. He was doing like a movie or something. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga rolled up and was like, hey, I got this gun, but I need to give it to you. I need to give it directly to you. I need to give it to you. So he like, bro, just take it back to the thing. He say, no, you need to see this shit. I need to give it to you.
That was not a BET Awards, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he said, fuck it, come on. So he came to him and he gave him a gun that was, he say, in the video, in the interview, he say, man, it was rusty. It had dirt on and all that type of shit. He like, nah, I don't want this. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you ain't give me nothing out the box like you been getting me? You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh no, you got to take this. You got to take this. He say, but I never put my hands on the guy. I never took it from him. He got busted that same night at the BET Awards.
Yeah, he's supposed to go perform that night, and the laws like got him before he even got up there to perform and locked him up.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the story he gave initially. So that's what got him. And before this shit happened, he say that's what got him off. Because he didn't touch the gun, all this type of shit here. He say, but he went and did that year because of the type of guns he had, and his fingerprint was on the thing when they did like the little shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he said initially. So now this is out. I'm like, which one is it now? You know what I'm saying? The street politics. We're not talking regular shit. You know, we're not talking paperwork shit. Street politics, whether they go on paper or not, if they know that you told on anybody and you was doing some criminal shit, you gonna face the backlash of this. Some street niggas may let you live on this shit. Cause me, dead nigga, man, hey, nobody going to jail for what you got going on. I don't care either way. Now, if you told somebody they take their life from them, they going to jail for 100 years, then that's a different story. But they got street niggas that any type of cooperation in any way. So I understand Boosie. I understand where he coming from because Boosie a real street nigga.
Was facing a death penalty.
You get what I'm saying?
Literally.
I respect everything Boosie got going on. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say none of their sides is invalid, but I see it from both sides. I understand why you made the decision, and I understand why Boosie feel that way. Because he looking at it like I can't do nothing criminal around, and that's how I'm looking at it too. I can't do nothing criminal around. I can't even smoke weed around you because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's not on documented, it came out your mouth that you told on somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't holding it against T.I. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially with that's a sensitive situation. Same thing with a baby situation. That's a different type of situation. You know what I'm saying? That's gray area. So I ain't gonna hold your hand and say you snitched or not. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with me. But I understand how both sides see it. I really do. So
I mean, Boosie said if he really did that. And then towards the end, he said he don't really believe that he really did it. He thought
Boosie stopped the album, boy.
Made a little story. I mean, he said that, but in that interview though, he was saying, he think he kind of added a little flavor to it and stuff like that too. So Boosie just
but Boosie also
animated.
said at the beginning of the thing, he think he went down there and just started telling it. Instead of it going down high, like how T.I. saying it.
Okay.
He said, hey, I think he was in there, oh yeah, nigga, they was doing this, they was doing that. How many years y'all gonna give me? That's how he basically presented.
But he said if.
Yeah, but
Boosie, he was just talking hypothetical. He just real animated,
But it's just okay. So let's bring it to a more personal level. Let's say it was us in the situation, and some things happen or whatever. I pass or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. Oh, they trying to give you 30 for something that we may have did together. Is it right if we subscribe to those codes? Is it right for you to cooperate at all?
If we subscribe to what code?
Street code. Street code means zero cooperation. When the feds pick you up and you got anything, I don't got nothing to say. Take me to my cell. J-Bo, if y'all done did y'all been paying attention. J-Bo been doing a series of interviews on Vlad. If y'all not familiar with J-Bo, that's the underboss of BMF. J-Bo said when they picked me up, I already knew what was coming. I knew what it is. I was raised under these morals. You don't speak to police officers about anything criminal. So when they brought him in the interrogation room, he said right from the door, hey, before y'all even press the record, I have nothing to say. Take me to my cell. That's it. That's all. They said they brought him in the office. They try to give him deals. Well, hey, if you tell us something about meat, you tell us something about tea, we could take something off. He was facing 15 or 2 counts of 15 to run concurrent. And he was like, no, I have nothing to say. I don't speak to law enforcement. That goes against code. That goes against street code. Meat's the same way.
Well, it might go against street code. However, if we had a talk before all that went down,
that's different.
And we said, like T.I. said,
that's different.
T.I. said if I go and we both go down or whatever, put it on me, because how they gonna charge me?
But how do y'all know that they?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But I agree.
That's the thing.
I'm only going off what was said,
that's
but I agree with what you said.
In it.
That's I agree
the
though.
gray area in it.
And again, a dead man can't verify.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
So it's
you know what I'm saying. That's just the way of, you know what I'm saying. If we both get caught with a brick on us, and I'm like, hey, bro, you got a family, man. I'm gonna take all that. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Even though I know it's both for hours, I know what we was gonna do. Hey, man, just take care of the outside, man. I'm gonna take all that.
I couldn't let that happen. But
it happens all the time.
Right.
One of us got to be free, especially if you the star. And I know you can go get some money the other way. Hey, man, I'm gonna come home in 10 years. I'm good. Just have something stable for me. Who complaining with that?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, because it's a similar situation happened with Emory Jones and Jay-Z. Similar situation. They was both doing their thing. They ended up catching Emory, and Emory could have said, hey, I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah, he could have did that.
But yeah, he took it to the chin, because him and Hov was doing business together, and you know that's why when he got out, Hov put him directly in charge of Rock Nation and elevated him. You know, got him right.
Showed him the business, everything.
But it's a lot of situations to where that agreement is made. Dude go to jail, get out, and motherfucker act like they don't know who you is. You see what I'm saying? So it's it's shaky territory, man. But I get it. My whole thing is this, right? Because I'm not in the streets. I'm not a street guy. So subscribe to the code that you signed up for. That's all. If you signed up to be a street dude, it's a certain code that come with that. And if you in the streets, you know what that code is. But you can't try to find wiggle room and things of that nature. Even gangster, Stunner Brother, he said, I understand why baby won't talk to me. I get it. We sat at that table and we made these codes together and I broke them. So I got to take what come with that. But still, just because you calling me that whatever, don't mean I ain't who I am. My resume speaks for itself, so be careful what you say. But I understand why he won't speak to me. I get it because he an active street dude. And I did what I did. The dudes I told on was dead, sure. But I cooperated.
Mm-hmm. I feel that part.
And that's just that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, hopefully, again, and us not knowing the full scale of the situation. T.I. said it was satire. He say, he was just bullshitting or whatever. But, we don't have no way to verify that. But hopefully they can work that out without it turning into something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are two legends from the South, and I don't want to see it end up crazy.
And talk to each other, man. Anybody that having beef like that, talk to each other. Because a lot of times, especially with social media, people will clip off the beginning part of what somebody said or the end part. They don't let nobody go further into it. They catch a little small piece, and now it's all over on every major platform. And now you feeling the way you're looking at your phone. Everybody send you the messages, so automatically, when you're in a moment, you're gonna feel a type of way until you had that conversation with them. So have that conversation direct. If I'm just speaking on anybody that got beef and stuff, go directly to the person and stop listening to social media.
That's well said, man. We're gonna get into the next one. This was a situation where they was asking a woman, how important is a man in your future plans? Let's get back to some relationship stuff. Get out of the street conversations, man. Hey, kids, stay out the street, man. Go to school. Go out there and get that legal money, man. All right.
I would love a rollie. But guess what? I want a house first. I want fucking insurance for my kids, and they're not even here yet. It's so many things I want more than those material things. You know what I mean? And I think our society, again, is fucked up because they want that shit first.
But you don't think you put too much energy into wanting that and not wanting like a man?
I mean, you just stumped me just quick. It's not that I don't. It's not.
Let me rephrase it.
Okay, it's not that I don't want a man, right?
Let me rephrase it.
Men have hurt me so much, and again, this goes back to healing and you having whatever the case may be. I think that I just want my family, and whatever that man fits into that family aura for me, I'm cool with that. I'm not forcing. I don't want to force a man, but I do want to force a family.
I think a lot of women have previously always dated for love, right? Now a lot of women are understanding that, or dating or treating marriage like a business.
Music.
All right, man. Y'all heard the woman. She said it ain't necessarily a priority, as far as having a man in my future. I just want a family. And whatever role that man could come in there and play to, make sure that happens, I'm cool with it. It ain't necessarily got to be a husband. Ain't necessarily got to be this. He could just be we could be co-parenting or whatever. I just want a family. What's y'all thoughts on that mindset, man?
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. You want everything else but a man. You want wherever he fits.
Right.
Like you lead the situation. That's crazy, man. That's the world we pushing to, though.
Right.
That's the world we pushing to. She got some money. You know what I'm saying? She ain't even got kids yet. Mm-hmm. And already counting the man out. No kids, already saying, oh, I'm going to be a baby mom. Don't worry about it. I'm going to add to the statistic of it all.
Right.
Don't worry about it. When my kids ask me where they daddy at,
we had an agreement.
You know what I'm saying? I made plans without him.
That's crazy if you think about it.
That's crazy. I made plans without him before you was even conceived. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hell, you wanted that bag to go to a sperm bank. Make it easy on yourself. At least you can explain it right to your kids. You know what I'm saying? But just picking a man out here, I don't care about his morals. He just look good. Let me have like 2 babies with the nigga, man. And then get up out of here, move on that nigga, man. Change my number, raise the kids by myself. Come on, bro. We live in a crazy world, bro. You would rather be a baby mom than a wife. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody next to you. You know
You know what I'm saying? Holding your hand on your deathbed, or you holding your hand on their deathbed, sickness and health, goddamn it, y'all prospering together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hitting them beaches together, y'all building business together, y'all showing family nucleus together. You would rather skip all that. All that. Oh, I only want some kids.
Here's the thing, though, Smooth, just to shoot them a little bit of bail, right? I don't think that they necessarily want to skip that. I think they don't believe in it because of their history of dating. And again, they have a lot to do with that, and that's the part they got to take accountability with. But it's a situation where if I done been in 5 relationships and all of them have failed, then you try to talk yourself into believing that, hey, it's not really necessary as a defense mechanism. As long as I can have me a kid, I'll be happy, man. Because again, I'm tired of trying with these dudes. It's stressing me out, getting my heart broke, this, that, and the third. I'm tired of that risk. I just want to have a kid. And if a man wants to come in and play a role in that, then I'm with it. Basically just trying to lessen the blow or the likelihood of them getting hurt. They trying to cheat the game. That's what it is, instead of making the adjustments that you need to make personally so you can attract the type of man that you want.
You know what's crazy, man? I'm looking at all these women that got money, power, and fame. They all like the same man. All of them. Just think about it. All of them like the same type of man.
Mm-hmm. What type is that?
Man, we all know what type of man.
I just wanted for clarity, man.
1% of the 1%.
I'm just podcasting. I don't want clarity.
Not even that. He gotta be that. He gotta be that. But he also gotta be street too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Jay said, Ghost and Tony Stark mixed in.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you expect this man, that type of man, first one in his family to be rich, super rich. You know what I'm saying? Rapping or athlete or, you know what I'm saying, some type of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Because like what women don't understand is men are date all across the damn board. Broke, rich. Them type of women, she's not even looking at the broke side of the board. The moment she crossed that threshold of having some real money, the other side of the board falls off into the abyss.
We talking about successful women or just women
successful
in
women.
Successful women. Okay, just
successful women.
Make sure.
You know what I'm saying? That type of successful woman. So the playing field of men that you even want, you can't even have for real. Yeah, he'll date you for status wise to make it look like something. You know what I'm saying? But in a sense of having them forever, that's really rare in this entertainment game. Any type of entertainment game with black folk.
You know, I think it is, bro. I think it's that, like, the reason that so many of them desire the street guy is because they just automatically assume if you're a street guy, then I'm going to be protected. Mm-hmm. And they don't understand that there's some street guys who's scary too.
Absolutely.
That's just the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, confrontation come and they gon' duck their taco. You see what I'm saying? But they just automatically assume, okay, he got tattoos, he this, he that, he got a little edge to him. I feel safer with him in comparison to Bob from marketing or John from marketing or whatever, who's a clean-cut guy. He don't really speak that language. He don't really have that. But they just assume that guy, John from marketing, cannot protect them. And I feel like that's what the disconnect is. So they'd rather struggle and try to hit the lottery in that pool of thugs than go with this dude who really could protect them. But their idea of protection, a lot of times because of their upbringing, is somebody that's just super tough, somebody that's just known for being, whatever, reckless and, aggressive and things of that nature. They automatically equate that to protection. Not understanding that true protection is a man that don't even have you in them situations at all.
At all. Because
he got enough money to where y'all living in suburban life. Y'all not in the hood. He don't have to protect you from the 3 niggas standing on the corner. Ain't nobody standing on the corner in the neighborhood that man got you.
He ain't got niggas with him that's gonna bring drama to y'all situation.
Right. Because he done elevated to a point in his life to where nigga probably got a driver, he probably got security. He got his gun license. He know how to shoot if it's necessary.
Even if he ain't got that, even he can be a average Joe making some good money, just a regular brother. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Got him a good career, got him a cool career. I ain't with people. Well, I ain't going places where I got to bring my gun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing. If I know I'm going somewhere where I got to go, when I got to bring my gun, why am I going there?
Exactly.
I'm not going there.
But I'm talking about, like, when I brought up a gun, I'm talking about just like protecting the crib.
Yeah, he gonna have guns in the house.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? And if he know his lady work in a crazy area, because most medical places are in crazy areas. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby, look, keep this gun in your car in case something going on. You got to stop and get some gas or something without me. You know what I'm saying? You stopping and get out to get some food without me. Keep that thing on you. You get what I'm saying? Because I know it's more dangerous for you than me out here. It's certain measures he gonna go to make sure that you safe out here and all these type of things.
And, man, too, and protection is way more than physical and financial too, man. That's what I gotta understand. Protection is also holding your ass accountable. Protection is telling you, baby, that dress, that's not gonna fly. Because you don't understand the situation that's gonna put me in, which could put us in a fucked up situation. So I'm telling you, you need to change that dress because that's not appropriate. That's protection. Protection is creating boundaries in your relationship. Like is a lot of times too, women will not be with somebody because a man is trying to provide structure. And so they rebel because this man knows what he stands for and has guidelines and has rules. And so y'all need to understand, like a man that has a foundation about himself and says, I'm not taking no nonsense, y'all need to stop running from that. That's the type of thing that you need to be with. That man ain't controlling. That man says, this is the operation that I'm running, and this is how it will run efficiently. However, I need somebody that's going to be cooperative. And a lot of times women just want to do what they want to do. For some reason, they always want to do what they want. They always want to be rebellious. They always want to be on the edge and stuff like that. And when somebody tell you just slow it down a little bit, it ain't that you can't be who you want to be or who you are, but sometimes you got to take it back a little bit instead of just doing whatever and however. Because you definitely don't want a yes man either. As much as y'all want these men to do this for you and, you know, all these other things, you also don't want a yes man. You want a man that's going to say, no, that ain't flying. Right? You know, so it's like, y'all got to really, really pick. No, I don't want to say pick. Take a step back and really analyze, like, what do you really want? Because a lot of y'all don't know what you want. And a lot of times you'll say you want one thing and then you have it and don't know what to do with it. So,
and to the successful women, for real, the man of your dreams may be financially less than you.
Right now.
That's just real.
Right now.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't understand that. Y'all will get these pretty degrees, get these great ass businesses off the ground, and then section yourself off from a particular group of men just because they don't make the money. That man may have the leadership that you missing. He may have the patience that you missing. You know what I'm saying? He may have the calmness to steer the ship through any storm that you missing. And you won't get this man an opportunity because he's not on the same level with you financially. But a scream, I want a family nucleus. I want all this.
Right.
Like, you got to understand, like, what you really, really asking for, most people on this planet, fuck just the black community, most people on this planet can't provide, you know what I'm saying, in this climate, financial security by themselves. You know, so all that's gonna be teamwork wise. The rest of the shit, you can't buy integrity. You can't buy a man with some leadership. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy patience in a person. You can't buy all these things. Like, it's certain things money can never do for you. Money can't give you more time in this shit. You know what I'm saying? So please understand, like, when you start making some money, you are one of very few. Very few. And your partner may not be financially on your level yet. They may be a stable person, but financially, they may not be on your level. So if you're having trouble dating and all that type of shit, finding your husband, switch your game up for 2 years. And I guarantee you're going to come out with the result that you want. And don't be worried about the outside noise. The outside noise, your friends, your family, your mama, your daddy, your goddamn, all these motherfuckers, they can't love you how you want to be loved, bro. They can't have that family with you that you really want. Your kids can't do that neither. And it'd be selfish for you to require that because you want your kids to go out and find them a husband or a wife and be a leader to their family. How they gonna do that? Always concerned about you because you being selfish. Because you never found it. You never took the time out to sit your ass down and be like, all right, look, I don't need nobody with some money. I need somebody with some guidance, some leadership. I'm impatient over here. I don't when the ship starts singing, goddamn me, I get to screaming around this bitch. I get to tearing shit up. I need somebody that's gonna study this shit. Mm-hmm. So please, ladies, you know what I'm saying? Like if you making some bread and you having a hard time dating, your man may be financially under you, and try to date niggas under you financially for 2 years, and don't worry about motherfuckers around you, bro. And I guarantee you'll find your partner. Guarantee you.
I feel you. And I'm not saying to what he's saying, I'm not, definitely don't date somebody that's just super broke.
Yeah.
Because it don't matter, because even still, it don't matter how much money you have. Let's say a woman making 100 and that man is at 60, whatever. Just because you're at 100 don't mean that you know how to manage your money. That man could be at 60, have a 700 credit score, debt free, but your ass got bills on top of bills on top of bills on top of bills. Yeah, you bringing in more money as far as when your check comes, but by the end of the month, that shit gone.
Exactly.
So you living check to check. That man's saving because he got low overhead.
That man come in and be like, we ain't doing this, we ain't doing that. That DoorDash and shit. 25%. We cut that to 25%. And when you hit your 25, that's dead. You know what I'm saying? All that outside activity shit, you get 2 of them, not 10 of them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga give you some guidance.
Exactly.
And he done changed your whole life, and you couldn't even goddamn put your hand on the wheel because it was spinning so fast.
And together y'all can do more damage. That's 160 together. That's a nice house. That's a better car. That's so many different things. But you just going just off the money and not deeper than that you're not understanding that you missing out on a good man.
That's real. Because she looking at the finances of
That's
it all.
it.
She looking at that shit, bro.
He riding in a fucked up, well, I don't want to say fucked up
and
car.
your friends is chasing something that you don't even, bro.
That nigga in the older car because he don't care. He got He got a savings. The shit get him from point A to point B. It works just fine.
You know what I'm saying? I got a 2014, baby. This bitch paid off.
You feel me? I ain't got no bills.
When you getting another car? Shit, when this one break.
When this whole falling down. That's real. That's how men are. So women y'all gotta really look at a man for who he is.
Hey, then on top of that type of man, you can change his mind on some things too. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all may reach that level to where he calm down your spending habits and get your life in order and shit like that. He may be a modest guy to where he don't like jewelry, he don't like cars and all that type. He get the old shit, he get the used shit while you get the new shit. And you may change his mind. Just go, hey baby, look, we had a little extra money. I went and bought you a new car. Don't worry about that. He gonna be appreciative. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a give and take to that you can benefit from. But most of y'all won't even slow your life down to even see that. Us men, we've been doing that for years. Us men, we'll go get a bum that's ladylike, that could be a good mother and preach our vision through her with our kids.
Right.
And be cool with that. And be good. Come home every day, especially if he a man out the game and not chasing nothing. He ready to settle down. Hey, bro, I need me a ladylike woman. I don't care about no money. I can handle some money. And men been doing it all the time, bro. So that's all I'm telling you, bro. Like, try to slow your life down to be like, look, I'm going to broaden the man I'm going to date. If he ain't got no bread, long as he got motion, long as he got some motion going, not a motherfucker sitting still, but long as he got so he could take care of himself, he got his own apartment, own house or some car, like he's self-sufficient. He don't need my money. You know what I'm saying? Then you can get past that shit. Yeah, you may have more money than him, but the rest of that shit you need. I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful way to wrap that up. On that note, we're going to get into advice column. All right, man. First one is from Caleb, Patreon. My boy says, what's good? Y'all boys, my name is Caleb. First, just want to say I love what y'all doing and I appreciate the insight and vision.
Appreciate it, bro.
My question needs a bit of a setup. I'm 26, graduated high school in 2015, went to college for 2 years and it wasn't working out, so I enlisted in the Army. I did just over 4 years and got out at the end of 2021. I moved to Texas and I'm finishing up college at Prairie View, A&M University.
TV.
Never struggled with relationships or getting women, but since I'm older, my mindset has changed. I date more intentionally because I want to be married one day. Since being at PV, I haven't had trouble getting females, but When I express my desires to be a husband and a father someday in the future, it seems to scare them away. I know it's because most of them are 23 or younger, but my question is, should I just not bring up my family future goals and just enjoy myself, or should I stay up front? P.S. I know y'all know the area I live at, so you know that without the school, ain't nobody my age living here. This is the selection I got to choose from. I know this is long, but thank you for taking the time to read it. Much love. So basically, you know, my man is graduated, went to the Army, spent 4 years, and now he in school, so he already older than everybody there. Mm-hmm. And he's meeting these women, you know, and PB has an abundance of women. And he's meeting these women, and they kicking it, and they dating, and he just, you know, being intentional. Like, hey, man, I want to be a husband. I want to be a father, you know, things of that nature. And that's kind of scaring them young chicks away. And if you've ever been to PV, that's a party school. So it's a party culture, which means that, you understand me, that it's a lot of
them things running around there.
It's a lot that goes on over there. I'm going to just say that.
It go down
a lot of them things.
I don't know if they still do it, but Wednesday used to be hump day. Mr. Rogers used to pull up on Wednesdays. Ooh, that lit. Jump.
See, so that's the type of situation he's dealing with. So he's basically asking, like, should he not be as upfront in terms of stating his intentions of being a husband and a father? Or should he just, you know, go along to get along?
Well, he did 4 years in the military, so that means he's what?
26.
20, oh, he's saying 26 years
26,
old? Yeah, you need to be stating your intentions, bro.
Absolutely.
State your intentions. Don't fold on your intentions, bro. That's your integrity level. Yeah, filter them women out, bro. You know, because obviously you got a future. You heading towards something. You trying to build it with somebody. You trying to protect your mind on if they there for you or not, or what you can do. Bro, you doing it the right way. You doing it the right way. You just got to be patient. The right woman going to fall into your hands, bro. Mm-hmm. Hell, she may not be on campus right now.
Oh, I know where she at. I'm going to tell you where your woman at, bro. Go right down 290 and go to HEB.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
What?
But then it's in Cyprus. It's like, what?
Yeah.
It's a big old HEB. I'm telling you. If she don't work there, she going to be in that shopping. One of the two. And if she in that shopping, that means she come from a good home because you see the area around over there.
Yeah.
And if she working there, you know she a hard-working woman.
That's a fact.
I'm just saying, you can't lose either way.
I can't even lie about that. That's a fact.
I'm telling you.
You know what's crazy? HEB around Houston, all of them.
They coming up.
Yeah, they be jumping.
They be jumping. Hey, you want to find you a woman?
I'm telling you.
Go to HEB.
Hey, that's a hell of advice to this, man.
Well,
but it's true. It's true, though.
Man, I used to work at this one out here. When I was 19, I was in school. Everywhere. They had them in there.
The HEBs in Houston, bro, you can pick them up, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's part of being a man, bro. It's like you moving with intention, you know. But I also think like it's not really necessary to kind of state that up front. I think most women aspire for that anyway.
Yeah.
Right. And if she don't, then you will be able to tell, okay, nah, she's just trying to have a good time, and that's just what we doing. And then you can kind of categorize her as such. But I don't necessarily think it's you know necessary for you to just like, hey, first conversation, hey man, I'm trying to be a husband.
Nah, not on the first conversation.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, sometimes you just got to go with the flow and just read the room. But that's most women's aspirations.
Yeah,
So,
deeper conversations. That's when you say like when y'all start having them deep conversations. She asks you, "Hey, where do you see yourself?" Then you give her that spiel because y'all in that moment and she's in the mindset of getting to really know you deeply.
Right.
If you stating that intention like right off the rip, bro, she's not even in the mindset and the mood to really understand what you really saying and you know, bro. So it's timing when you attack that. Yeah. Don't just say it off the rip.
I'm gonna give y'all a little pushback though, because he's stating if it is. I'm just speaking hypothetically. If he were to state it on the first date, he's stating his intentions and what he wants.
Yeah.
And from the outside looking in, it's like, why are you going on the date if your end goal isn't to be with somebody? Like I think if my goal is to be intentional and be married, I'm gonna let that be known kind of. First conversation. It may not be first. Of course, it ain't first sentence, but on that first date, it's like, hey, I really like you. I'm not saying is that this is what we have to do, but at the same time, my intentions are to eventually be married. So I'm dating to get married.
It can be first conversation. It can be, but how deep does that conversation go? You got to read the room.
I feel that.
You get what I'm saying? Like if it's just some bullshit that y'all talking about, you know what I'm saying, on y'all first interaction with each other in person, that don't need to be brought up because y'all not in that type of field yet. You know what I'm saying? Now, once you get to that field, the moment you hit that, that's when it need to be brought up. You get what I'm saying? And then on top of that, say it take you 3 conversations before y'all get there. In them 3 conversations, she may have weeded herself out before you even got there.
Very true.
You get what I'm saying? So you didn't already ask the eye. But if you make it there, then the moment you cross that threshold, and everybody know what that threshold is, the moment you get into the real question asking, like, how was your upbringing, all this type of background, all the way you see yourself, and all, because all them questions come in tandem in that conversation. It ain't you asking the head, then you asking the eye. All them questions come in one tandem. The moment you get there, then that's when you tell them, hey, look, I'm looking to be a husband. I see myself doing this type of shit. I see myself here. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for my lady now to help me build it. You know what I'm saying? So 2 years from now, I would like to be married. You know what I'm saying? 4 years and after we married and I'm in my career and you in yours, I would hope to have a child and build a house and all these type of things. Like, just have a blueprint out. You get what I'm saying? In that conversation, because it's going to be more understandable. She going to understand like what you trying to do.
I tell you what, man, I think
they're just scaring her off.
Yeah, you're not scaring her off because y'all in that deep conversation.
I'm saying, I honestly don't feel like any of that's necessary. I feel like when you move with intention, you don't have to state them.
Okay.
You just move that way. You see what I'm saying? So if we dating and, you know, I'm intentional and things of that nature, like I said, most women are hardwired to want to be with you long term and want to be a wife and want to be these things. So as a man, you shouldn't have to state your intentions. You can just move like it. I'm going to cut off all my women to show you that I'm serious. I'm going to prioritize you. We're going to go out on dates in public. I'm not just, you know, here to smash and get out the way. Like, I'm interested in your aspirations, how your mind works, different things like that. Like, you just move with the intention. You let it be known, hey, all of that little extra stuff you got going on outside, wrap that up. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, it's subtle things like that. I don't necessarily have to sit you down and say, hey, I want to be your husband one day. I want to have kids one day. Again, when you move with intention, you don't have to state them. That's just my take on it.
It's different ways to skin a cat.
Isn't that kind of going back to what we talk about letting our women know, you know, the destination or whatever? Don't they kind of correlate with that a little bit?
Yeah, but I think that's a little different, right? Because we talking about leadership style in that aspect. But again, I think that if you meet a woman and y'all vibing and y'all cool and everything going right, especially from a male perspective, I think both of y'all's intention, I think it's unspoken. Both of y'all's intention should be to move. Now, a lot of times with men, because men kind of finesse our way because we be wanting the sex and things of that nature. So I put more pressure on women to state their intentions with a man, like, hey, I ain't going for that. I'm here for long term, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
But I think, like I said, because women are so hardwired for that anyway, that you don't necessarily have to say it. You just move like it. And then but if she brings it up and asks you like what your intentions are, then you can tell her. You see what I'm saying? But if you moving like you trying to head for something serious, I think if she rock with you like that, she just gonna get in line. It ain't even a situation to where she gonna question it because she see the changes you making. She see how much you prioritize her. She see you not all out here in the streets at the club every weekend, different women on your Instagram, this, that, lying, missing calls and lying about what you was doing. He's moving intentional. He's telling me the truth. Every time I ask him a question, you don't hesitate. You don't look around. You look at me dead in my eyes. Baby, this is what it is. This is what it ain't. So I think when you're moving like that, the conversation don't even have to be had from a male perspective. But from a woman's perspective, I feel like it's different. That's all I'm saying.
But can I be intentional? Could I also be intentional about what I'm doing, how I'm talking to her, but not want a relationship?
Yes. I think it's going to be, let's say, so you're talking about like a guy that's there and I just want to smash.
But I'm still doing all those things that an intentional person would be doing. I just simply don't want a relationship.
Then you finesse her.
No, but that's why I'm saying I feel like it should be just spoken on because you were saying it should just be shown through my actions and everything like that, right? But if I can show actions but not be ready for a relationship but not wanting a relationship is what I'm saying.
Right. But again, like even if you state that, she probably not gonna believe you anyway. Because there's so many men finessing. Which is why we tell women all the time, don't listen to what he say. Watch how he move. That's gonna tell you everything you need to know. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, that's why I feel like it's just pointless. Because if it's been 5 dudes before you that then came and said, yeah, baby, I'm looking for something serious. I'm trying to, I want to be married one day. I'm trying to, so she
get a loose, right? Up. I get you.
Just so I can smash. You see what I'm saying? But if you just moving like a grown man, she like, well, okay, I'm riding with it.
I feel that. I feel what you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just my take on it. But appreciate the question, big
niggas
dog.
be telling the women they love about the second date too.
Bruh, really and truly, dog.
Girl, I had a dream last night. They told me I love you.
Fam.
You was my wife. You just met me 3 days ago.
Y'all boys be wildin', man.
That's crazy, man. All right, we're gonna get to the next one. It's from Alicia, Patreon. Alrighty then. She say, what's up, fellas? I sent in a couple anonymous posts, but I said I was going to say it with my chest this year.
Uh-oh.
I like that. I was listening in on February 1st live, and Trill, you spoke about how crucial it is being emotionally in tune with your wife rather than thinking protecting and providing should be good enough to sustain a marriage. How do you guys take that step in becoming emotionally in tune with your significant others? I know it's easier said than done, so I wanted to get you guys' perspective on what that looks like. Thanks for reading. Y'all have easily become my #1 podcast for sure.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you, Lanisha.
For sure.
That's love. I think how do you show that is what you asked. How do you take the steps in becoming? Take steps to becoming. I think the first step is giving a damn. A lot of men just assume women are wired like us in terms of how they express themselves, in terms of what they internalize and what they keep in, and it's just. But I think the first step is understanding the fact that women operate differently than us. And we have to show that we give a damn enough to learn how that is. A lot of men just don't want to be concerned with emotional things at all. Hey, that's women's stuff. She nagging, she crying about what? That's okay. She's just being a woman. Like, we super dismissive in that regard. But I think the first steps to take is like really sitting her down and trying to figure out like baby, what's going through your head? Like, what's triggering this? Like, why are you reacting this way? And trying to get a understanding of how she operates so that way you can avoid certain triggers, or when certain things happen, you already know what to do. You're not as dismissive. But I think when you don't know, because you don't know, you're a bit dismissive, and because we wired. Because men, typically, we're not just gonna be super emotional. But we just not. Like, it could be somebody died in his family. And more times than not, he's gonna be at work the next day. And he ain't gonna really cry. He gonna be, it's all internal. And we expect women to operate the same way. And when they don't, it's like, okay, this is some shit I just don't understand. Let me just back away from this. But the man who actually trying to be in tune, he gonna wanna get a deeper understanding as to why you operating the way you do. And I think once that's established, then y'all can communicate and build that rapport. So that way next time certain situations come up, he know how to handle them. He know what to do. But yeah, first step is just giving a damn. Honestly.
Smooth, what you think?
You gotta care about your other partner's feelings, man, and you gotta learn them. You gotta learn what triggers them. You gotta learn what like what calms them, and what gets them riled up. You gotta learn these type of things, man. And if you don't, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Because it's gonna always be a barrier. In between y'all, because she gonna feel like you don't give a damn enough to understand her, and then you are not gonna understand her because you ain't took the steps. So that means that y'all not gonna be as close as y'all should. Y'all not gonna be as communicative as y'all should, and that's gonna eventually cause a divide. Y'all may be cool early, but eventually that's gonna cause a divide, especially when things like kids get introduced and things like that, because that brings on an even more sensitive, area in which y'all operating in. So y'all got to be on the same page with that. Yeah. But, if you just refusing to understand her and why she's the way she is emotionally, y'all ain't got a chance. And unless she's just there for the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if she's there to have that bond and that connection with you and you ain't taking the steps to do it, good luck.
Yeah, man. It takes patience and understanding. And both of them, you have to be willing to do it. Like, y'all got to sit down and have those just vulnerable and open conversations, no matter if it may hurt the person or not. Y'all know there's no ill intent behind it. So you just simply have to, this is how I feel, this is what's going on with me, or maybe I messed up here and there. I messed up in these scenarios, so I need you to help me out. Where could I have done better? Where did you see it? How was your vision when you saw it play out? I think that's two conversations that y'all need to have, because a lot of times while you thinking and operating one way, your woman is on the total opposite a lot of times. So just because of that, even though the intention may have been the same, the way y'all went about it was totally different, and that can throw you off track. And so that's why y'all got to have that conversation, because it's like, damn, yeah, I did. This is what I was trying to do for you, baby. But, this happened instead. Now you feel the way because you wanted me to do it this way. And so a lot of times it just be small misunderstandings, but y'all just got to have that conversation and not get so upset, not curse nobody out, not raise your voice. Like all these things that you have saw before, that you see on TV, you ain't got to emulate all of that.
Yeah.
You just got to have a real, genuine conversation with your person and maybe change the environment. Go outside, have a walk, or go out to a restaurant. You ain't got to necessarily just be in the house, because maybe the house could be stressing y'all out. So get out and do something else and have a conversation. But you got to just find ways, especially if you are choosing that partner, you got to find ways to keep them happy just like they keeping you happy. So you just want to always be on the same page. No matter what it is, sometimes you got to double back. Sometimes you got to triple back. That's just what it is. But you just want to make sure that that person's good and y'all operating correctly so things can continue to push forward.
Well said, man. On that note, we're going to get into the last one of the day. This from James, Patreon.
Goddamn it.
Alrighty then. My boys say, Smooth and Trill, do y'all share your location with your wives? OT and Kenny, would y'all ever consider that with a significant other? Is the whole location sharing thing even a big deal? Thanks for the feedback, guys. Don't mind me. I'm just over here sleazing like Krew season. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah.
We kind of had a similar convo before. Oh, no, I just apologized. That's what I did. I came on and apologized to y'all. Yeah. We did a pod a while back, and I told them niggas I wouldn't ever share my damn location with them. Ever. Y'all out y'all rabbit ass. Hell no. What y'all mean?
And now you
look at me now. Look at me now. I had no problem. Oh, that's all you want, baby? I ain't doing shit. Like what? And she, from her perspective, is like, what if something would have happened to you? You know what I'm saying? I can't get to you, or, anything. Somebody take your phone.
That's how they give it to us.
It's the smaller thing. Of course. So I don't give a damn what happened to me.
I'm not no dog. I am not to be tracked. You think I'm a goddamn whale in the ocean? You gonna tag me and see all the miles I didn't travel? No.
See all the miles I didn't travel. It's crazy.
I'm cool.
You done followed your ass each stop.
I'm
13
cool,
minutes
man.
to get
I'm cool, man. Nah, we not tracking me, man.
I ain't got no issue with it, dog.
I hear you.
I ain't got no issue.
I hear you, but we not tracking me.
Yeah, I think it's more of a situation that, like, that stuff stems from an insecurity thing initially. I think that's designed. That's what it is. And a lot of times it might be brought on by the man. He may have did some wild shit or whatever, and she ain't really trusting him the way that she should be, because he ain't been as honest with her as he should be. So now it's a situation like, okay, if you ain't doing nothing, then share your location. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times that's how it starts. But if you moving right and you ain't out here doing nothing, then you don't really care like that. You know what I'm saying? After a while. But initially, it's definitely a situation where, as a man, you take that as like it's like, what? Mm-hmm. The hell is you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? But again, do I feel like it's a big deal? No. And I feel like if it is a big deal, then that speaks volumes to the, relationship, in my opinion. And the trust that's there. Like, if it's like, okay, you share a relationship, or it's over, you might well just walk.
Yeah, very true.
Because you clearly do not trust that person. You see what I'm saying? But if it's a conversation and that man just don't really care, okay, whatever. Here, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't really got nothing. He ain't really doing it. He ain't really moving wild. Then, it is what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a preference thing. Some women are insecure and require that. Some women don't give a damn. It just depends on your woman.
I'm glad my wife don't give a damn, because I wasn't coming off it regardless.
Yeah.
And I don't even be doing shit. I be in the places I say I'm going to be, all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say, hey, bro, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, don't try to track me, bro.
Right.
Bro. I'm a grown-ass man.
That's
I'm
true.
not your child.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to be tracked. If something happened to me, your number in my phone is wife.
Right.
They can unlock the motherfucker and get a hold of you. Or get a hold of somebody that can get a hold of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And plus, on top of that, I'm not putting myself in positions to even be like that.
Yeah.
You understand me? So that's another thing for me. Like, nah, ain't no tracking Matthew Dunbar. We not doing that. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you somebody that tracks somebody and you don't want to be tracked, I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If both of y'all don't agree, then y'all both don't agree. If both of y'all agree, then y'all both should come off of
And that's
shit.
the thing.
Right.
You know, not one side get this and the other side don't get nothing. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Right.
Niggas turn it off when they get mad.
Right. Man, I ain't sure. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out with the game, yeah.
You know what I'm
I done that before. I say, and then it'd be so funny because like when y'all get back right, so you just gonna leave the location. Right. Man, I'm gonna cut this shit back on.
You see? Nah, I'm cool, man.
That's why you gotta have those conversations, man, so you can just avoid all the dumb shit.
And me and Baby done had that conversation before, and I told her the same thing. I'm not no dog, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a grown man, really grown man. You know what I'm saying? Tracking me.
It don't hurt.
I hear you.
It don't.
I hear you. It don't hurt. And I understand it. I really do.
It's the same as giving your password.
I understand, and I don't care about the password shit, man. You can have my password, all that shit. I ain't tripping on none of that shit. But tracking me, bro. How I look at it is, one day I may just be pissed off. I may just be pissed off, and I need to get some ass, some shit, bro. I don't need you rolling up on me. And you know I'm pissed off at you at the situation going down, and you trying to, baby, we can just talk. Nah, I'm cool.
But you're supposed to know your woman.
Hey, I know
my
my woman.
She's not gonna do that.
That's the bull. That's the
But
bullshit.
she would. But I know. But she would.
Any woman that love you for real, she gonna follow your ass, boy.
Pull right up.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna follow
What are
your
you
ass, boy. Like, nah. Especially if you go to a facility where fun at.
Right.
Nah.
The fun is that it's great.
Nah, bro. I'm cool.
Yeah, I think you know, my biggest issue with it initially was the reasoning. Mm-hmm. Because women will try to paint it like, oh, I just want to do it for your safety when it's really insecurity. So I think that's what the frustration more came from. Like, stop playing with me.
Absolutely.
You know, goddamn well while you doing it. Don't try to paint this like something it ain't. You know,
Like I'm just in the street holding that thing on the corner, shooting dice every day. Yeah, I can understand you want to know where I'm at then.
Going to work and
my
coming
safety
home.
is just, you know what I'm saying?
Come on,
I'm going to work.
and coming
You know what I'm
home.
saying? Oh, damn me.
So, you know, that's
the other
all.
time we together.
Right. 90% of my life I'm with you.
Like, come on, my nigga. Do not insult my intelligence. That's where the
about my
energy
safety.
came from. You know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, like, if y'all solid and y'all on good terms, and again, like Smooth said, y'all both agree to it,
don't matter.
then, you know, it is what it is at that point, man. But on that note, man, we're going to get up out of here, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in with us, man. Crusader Nation is growing at a rapid pace.
Rapid.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's on the live, on Instagram, YouTube, we appreciate all the love, man. We've been getting Patreon. Y'all know what it is. Y'all not subscribed to Patreon. That's patreon.com/Krew Season. The merch, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tap in. That's krewseason.com. You know, again, man, we just gonna keep on elevating and keep on dominating, keep getting bigger, keep getting more influential, and keep helping more people, more importantly.
It's a fact.
Man, we appreciate it because y'all make that possible, man.
Goddamn me.
Love y'all. On that note, we're going to get up out of here with a record off that new Don Toliver album, man. Bus Stop, featuring Brent Fayez, man. We appreciate y'all. Y'all take it easy.
She was just there for the season.